And we are live. Hey, everybody. We're here with everybody from Binamon. You want to introduce yourselves?
Hi, well, I'm Madame RiRi. I'm from the Philippines. How are you? How's everybody? First of all, I would like to say thank you for inviting me here. It's really awesome to meet all of you guys. And just hi. Hi.
All right. So yes, Madame Marie is one of our partners, official partners in Binamon Influencers League, and she's hosting scholarships wherein she is continuously recruiting influencers
Influencers.
as scholars so that they can also stream and broadcast the scholarship program live in their Facebook pages and their social media platforms. So Madame Marie is doing great at it. And you celebrated your 70,000 following in Facebook, right?
Yes,
Do you
just a
want to
couple
plug
of
it?
days ago. Yes.
Do you
Thank
mainly
so
stream on
much.
Facebook? Is that your main platform?
Yes, that's my main platform.
Okay, cool.
Hi, Tom.
Hello, good evening. Good evening, guys. Hello.
What up,
How are
Tom?
you?
Howdy.
Good.
Yes.
Uh,
Hi, Tom. So,
hello.
yes, you're asked to introduce ourselves. So now that
Uh,
Tom, you just came in, so say something about yourself.
hey guys, I'm Tom Aldin Bantegi, and I'm a streamer and YouTuber, and also um I'm a student, working student because I'm only 20 years old, and I have three little kids, and I'm from Laguna, Philippines. So nice to
Wait,
meet you guys.
you're 20 years old and you have three little kids?
No, no, I mean my brother. So
Oh, okay, man. Hey, that's awesome.
I was
Very
actually
cool.
shocked, Tom.
Yeah, I
Didn't
was really
know.
impressed.
I'm
I
just
was like,
I'm just
what?
joking. I just so
It's like
and nice to
14.
meet you all, guys. Nice to meet you all.
Good to meet you. I'll go next. I have 5 kids. My name is Grant. I'm originally from Texas, so I hail from Dallas, Texas. I live in Spanish Fork, Utah now. I'm probably the oldest one here. I'm 41. Love Binamon. This is my first experience with scholarship stuff, so I know a lot of you guys have Axie scholars as well. Still kind of learning, but really enjoying it. Glad to be here.
Yeah, cool. All right. And Grant brought me in, so maybe it makes sense for me to go next. So, hey, I'm DOS Capitalist. So I live in New York, and I mostly have a rather large Axie team, and we're looking at Binamon. We've got some folks playing it. They really like it. Our people are pretty psyched about it, so we're happy to be here.
You are
And he likes periodic tables, and he's a
Oh yeah,
PhD.
that's right. And I like periodic tables, and I do not have 5 kids, but I do have 2 cats. They're over there.
Love
Oh, a fur father.
Oh,
Yay.
I also have a cat. Little cat.
I'm a cat lover too. I have 7 and 2 tiny
Yeah.
ones.
Oh
You
my
can
god,
never
all
have
of your
enough.
cat lovers, I have a dog.
All right, let's hear it from one of your Binamasters, Marie.
So, Tom,
Go on. I think I will be the
so,
one.
so
Go
anyway,
ahead with that.
my Binamaster is Tom and Richter. And actually, guys, I would like to tell you about my background. I started my scholarship about 2 weeks ago, and just about to process actually their first payout in 4 days. So, like I mentioned earlier, I have 19 scholars. However, most of them are not doing it full time every day because they are streamers and they have their different games to play on their platform. What else? I started investing in NFT games mainly because of the pandemic. Because I think it's very hard, and I mean, we all know that the pandemic compromised all of our lives, right? And when NFT arrived, it gave me an idea to why not invest on it and make life a little bit easier. You can play and earn at home, be safe, don't not put your life in jeopardy and might get COVID. So, and at least you get to be with your family. So that's how I started. And I recruited Tom because he's also a streamer. I met him through Mobile Legends. Also Richter. We are all from Mobile Legends community. And the reason why my target audience would be Mobile Legends is because in Mobile Legends, they play, but they don't earn. And so, but why not try to invite these people and be part of our play to earn community? And plus, Binamon is very easy to play. There are many ways to earn, and I think it's the easiest NFT game for me. So that's why.
Like it.
Wow. Yeah, definitely.
Yes, awesome. Richter, say something about yourself.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that everyone can hear me. Can you hear me,
Yep.
guys? Yeah, that's great to hear. So, hi everyone. My name is Richard Allison Suarez. I live in Cebu, Philippines, and I am an influencer and official mobile streamer, official streamer rather of Mobile Legends. I am also one of the product and scholar of Madame Riri. So, me and Madame Riri were used to be friends. Not used to be friends. We're still friends. There's a
That's why
difference,
I'm
like.
hungry.
Yeah, and rather we used to be a member of the same talent agency. So I met her at Makati City. I think it's one of the grandest city in the Philippines. So we just had ramen way before, and we tackled about investing in this
I
particular
had him
boot
in
camp.
ramen.
Yeah, that was actually a delicious ramen. So we just had this conversation that Madam we will be having like an investment for this particular boot camp, and after 2 months, she approaches me, and I also talked to her um if she has any projects for me, like to be a part of. And she mentioned about the Binamon, and I tried streaming it. Like my first stream was way back on September 18th, and um my platform or my concept of streaming the game is like a first hand concept, or like a layman's person of playing the game. So I want to play the game like the first time what I'm actually playing with, so that the viewers or the mobile gamers can actually relate with. And when the mobile launching of the domain, or the software rather, mobile application or launching rather, will be launched, the gamer or the mobile players can actually relate with. They have concepts, they can learn about a lot about the concepts. And I'm still thankful about what happened to us. Like, we streamers are also affected by the pandemic. We struggle also financially, and it's really a great honor to be a part of this interview and to be a scholar of Madame Riri. Thank you, Madame Riri, for the
Oh,
opportunity.
Love it.
Oppa
Aww,
heart.
that's so touching.
Oppa.
Oppa heart.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
Oppa 사랑해요.
Oppa 사랑해요. Wow, I didn't know you speak Korean.
That I actually do.
Oh,
NFT
Grant
Gamer,
speaks Korean. Yeah.
Oh yeah, NFT Gamer, this is your channel. You gotta say hello. You gotta welcome us in.
Yeah.
Yep, that's right.
I guess our first point of business is to go over the mission and vision of Binamon. And I guess I'll say a little bit about myself first. I feel like I'm middle ground maybe with age. I'm 23. I don't speak other languages. I don't have any kids. I
Yet
don't
you
have any
will. You will. You play Binamon, you're gonna learn some other languages.
I hope so. I speak like a tiny bit of Hungarian because my significant other's family is from Hungary, but I don't really run into a lot of people who speak that, so I don't get much opportunity for that.
Totally.
Okay, so who wants to kick us off with a little history about Binamon?
Yes, let me share a little bit something about it. So yeah, I will introduce myself as well. So I'm one of the basically I'm one of the marketing program coordinator, and I work with the VP for Krypton, which is is DK. And we are into introducing the Binamon Scholarship Program and the Binamon Ambassador Program as well today. So I'll be giving you an overview on how did it start. I'm okay to share my screen though, right?
Yeah, I'll
Am
pick up
I?
on.
Okay. So let me share my screen and give you an overview of what is it basically all about. 1 second. Mm, one moment. All right. So basically, a Binamon scholarship program was launched in the 4th of September, a couple of days ago, after the Play to Earn Binamon Runner game was launched. It was launched 28th, and then a couple of days ago, we decided to launch the scholarship program as well. So if you have been hearing Binamon Ambassador Program and then the task forces, it is implemented or one of the campaigns by the Events and Outreach Task Force. So this is one of the four task forces of Binamon Ambassador Program we're in. It's a structured marketing wherein all of our aim is to introduce Binamon worldwide in many different kinds of ways using our different kinds of skill sets. In this case, this is to highlight, outreach activities, corporate social responsibility, and so this is mainly like helping others earn and get the better of their lives, giving them opportunities, equal opportunities if they cannot afford to buy a booster or buy a monster in Discord. So this is what Binamon Scholarship is all about. Basically, is to introduce and let people in all parts of the world massively adopt blockchain technology in a fun and safe way, and also giving equal opportunities between the Binamon holders, the asset holders, investors that we have, the first investors who have lot of Z1 monsters in their wallets. So since they don't have the time to play and earn with them, we thought of, giving these opportunity to connect these investors and the enthusiast players of Binamon Runner game. So this is the official documentation. We're about to put it live in our official Medium account for reference as well. And of course, this is available upon request. You can just send a request to one of our moderators, and if you would like to take a look at it, we'll be happy to share it with you. But basically, that's how it all started. August 28th, when the Binamon Runner game was launched. A couple of days later on, we would like to give equal opportunities for um, for the less fortunate enthusiasts of the game who cannot afford a lot of monsters, and of course, connecting the investors, wherein we would like to achieve a healthy sponsor and scholarship relationship with equal benefits. One of the highlights of this is that we should not be going over or not going lesser than 50% scholarship and scholar and Binamaster share, or trainer and Binamaster share. Because in other play to earn scholarship projects, there were some abuse that took place. Like a desperate scholar accepted at least 20% share, and the manager will get at least, like, I don't know, 80% share. That has been a real kind of experience that I have witnessed, complaining about that kind of inequality. So we would like to make it as regularized as possible. So that's why the applications are taking place inside the official Discord channel of Binamon, discord.gg/Binamon, and then you will see a category called scholarship. You will check, you can see the scholarship section. That's where you can apply for being a Binamaster. So there, that's the only, I think that's the only difference that we have, is mainly keeping it no less than 50% share for the Binamaster, because they're the ones who are working hard for it. So it should not go lesser than that. Other trainers are even offering up to 80% and bonuses, like you, Grant. I think you have your sign-in bonus to get your Binamasters, right?
Yeah, so I do a lot of different bonuses just to kind of motivate people. I do a 50 Bmon Z1 signing bonus, which is kind of helpful because that way I get their wallet address. So we've already established a payment method, and also just kind of motivates them to know that, like, I'm, well funded and willing to pay them. And so I feel like that's important. Another thing I do is every day I do a 10 Binamon Z1 bonus for finishing all of your cards. And that way, because as a trainer person, that is a point of frustration if you give people a bunch of cards and then they don't do them. And so just giving some type of incentive for actually doing them, I think is helpful to them and to me. And I try to be transparent and ask them, like, how many can you actually play? How many do you want to play? If that changes, we make adjustments from there. And then I also have a bonus. So I do 50-50 as the baseline, plus those bonuses. Plus, if people score over 200,000 points, then I move it to 60-40. So they end up making more than I do for whatever day they're able to accomplish that. And right now we have 8 of the 33 that are at that threshold where they're consistently hitting 2 to 350,000 points. So it's motivating to everyone else. The other thing that I've done that it has a little bit of a bonus structure is I've been taking the people that are really good and pairing them up with people that aren't scoring as high, and we have a buddy system. And when they get to, I have an estimated points for each card, which is basically just class times attack. So once, basically, if someone's not scoring that amount of points, then I'm teaming them up with people who are really good. And then once they hit that threshold, then they each get 50 Binamon Z1 for achieving that. So that way, good people are learning or helping other people kind of within the community. So I think having little incentives like that is helpful. Overall, I think I'm usually anywhere between about 39 to 43% on my end that I get. So it's probably closer to 60-40 overall, but I incentivize that last 10% with different methods. So yeah.
It's cool. So yes, that's basically the history and then the vision and how is it made. And I'm glad to know that everyone is enthusiastic about the Binamon Scholarship Program.
Definitely. And also, hi everyone. So, as you had mentioned earlier, there is like a corporate social responsibility, right? Like an outreach program. So, just now, I just really acknowledge and appreciated Binamon community or Binamon company because it is really important to organization because it enhances public trust, like it cultivates positive brand recognition. So, even though the company is actually earning, um, we should share any amount to the people, especially here in the Philippines. That's why I really appreciated Madam Rishi's hiring many scholars because in the Philippines we're still a developing country, so the our poverty index rate is still high. So in this pandemic, we are still helping people. Even me, I'm just a streamer here. I'm not actually rich at all. I'm just a normal or average person. I'm also giving my supporters an opportunity to earn. And again, just my takeaway that I really appreciated Binamon since they have corporate social responsibility. That's great to hear.
Yes, and yes, on set of the launch, we have came up with a promotion, like an event launch, wherein Binamon will be giving away uh, laptop units, one family. We decided, I mean, initially it was announced as one family for the whole contest, but then again, we received lots of applications, so we decided to open it up uh, per market. So we will be choosing a family or a family application coming from Latin America. If there is one from Turkey, one from the Philippines, and from the United States. So that's 4 units of laptop to be given away. And we will be also giving them 11 NFTs to start with so that they can start playing and earning at the same time. And I think just a couple of minutes ago, our CEO started tweeting about the sponsored institution that we have for children. Initially, it was, I think it was previously announced that they have donated computers. If you will take a look at our CEO Nico's official Twitter account at the moment, there is like an announcement made that they did like another activity to reach out to these children. So a couple of weeks ago, I think they donated computer units, and they are also into upgrading. And then just hours ago, he posted some pictures about donating some some important food and necessities that they can use in that kind of institution. You can check our official Twitter account, our CEO's official Twitter account. You'll be able to take a look at the recent post about corporate social responsibility, and as well giving back to to the less fortunate individuals, which I think is really the reason why Binamon is made, is to basically do a massive reach and give them equal opportunities, and massively adopt blockchain technology, and give them knowledge and resources for them to be able to get on with it, and who knows, eventually improve the quality of their lives. So that's what Binamon is all about.
Love it.
Yeah, just going off that,
Yeah.
that's kind of a nice part of the whole NFT community in general. Like, I think NFT gaming is a lot about helping to bring people up to the same level across the globe, and that's like why this is powerful, right? Because anyone working anywhere across the world can reach the same wage that someone working, in America can at like a minimum wage job somewhere, because you have access to a large number of these gaming opportunities, and that's what's so cool. So I think that's awesome that Binance doing stuff like that. Amazing.
Well, since we're talking about rewards today, I have actually asked another scholarship manager from his experience about rewards, because I just started this a couple of weeks ago. And he has one scholar whom he gave 11 cards to, which costed him about 1,200 USD, for which he gets $50 rewards on a daily basis. So when you divide his investment against his daily return, it comes out 1,200 divided by 50 equals to 25 days. And since they split 50-50, it will take him 50 days for his return of investment to come back.
Just 50 days. That's less than 2 months.
Which
So
is
fast.
actually very fast compared to a regular business like owning a restaurant or other business.
How does that compare with Axie in general? Because three of you guys have Axie scholarships.
Mhm.
What are the rewards kind of seem like between Axie and Binamon
I
so
would
far?
right now Binamon is a lot stronger, I would say. That could be a consequence of Binamon being a little bit newer, like with respect to a large influx of scholars, because once Axie got kind of overrun with scholars, the prices started tanking because there was a lot of SLP coming into the system. But right now Binamon is much stronger from a scholarship perspective. Yeah.
Got it.
I actually believe so too. I'm sorry.
Yeah. The thing I wonder, like when I look at Axie, is the whole SLP thing is like, the only way they burn them is if people breed, and by
Breed.
breeding, then there's
Yes.
more of them. And
Mhm.
when I look at like Binamon, how it's deflationary, we're looking at prices that really aren't even
Yes.
that high with Z1. Like if down the line as Binamon reaches, $1 for Bmon, Z1 probably be 45 cents or something like that. Like when you get into those types of numbers as this escalates, it seems like it could be very significant, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Not investment advice. That's kind of how I feel. Anyway, sorry, what were you going to say, RiRi?
Well, compared to Axie Infinity, I believe that Binamon has a faster return as of today. Particularly, the AXS is higher. The prices went up, and also the SLP is very low, which makes it hard for those to make the return. So that's why Binamon is, for me, I think, is doing very good.
Yeah.
If I compare those two NFT games.
Very cool. Yeah, and I don't know if we mentioned this earlier. We were talking about it kind of behind the scenes, but NFT Gamer, Madam RiRi, Dust Capitalist, these guys all have like quite a few Axie scholars, right? Maybe if we could just kind of talk real quick through numbers. I have 33 Binamon, no Axie. How many do you guys each have again?
Axie?
Yeah, Axie versus Binamon scholars. Yeah.
Axie, I have 40. And for Binamon, I have 19.
Yeah, and actually we have like 70 or 80, and then Binamon like 5 right now.
Yeah.
And we're still looking to spread the word. That's the main reason why I also invited influencers so that they can how do you say it? So that they can promote Binamon in the Philippines.
Yeah.
So they can spread the word more and make it popular in our country.
So, Madam RiRi, quick question for you.
Yes.
So, there's a lot of people who are starting their scholarship programs with Binamon. Your branding looks so cool. Like, what the heck do you do to make? I mean, it's like every picture that you do, you guys are like cosplay decked out, like Binamon, Binamaster 14. Everyone's sick. Like, they're all pro gamers. Like, what are you doing?
I'm just that bored to make edits, so I just like to play with multimedia graphics.
Are you
And
making
at
all
the
that
same
stuff
time-
yourself?
No, not all of
Okay.
them. I have some editors, but some of them I make myself.
Yeah.
And yes, especially when there's a new event coming out, I just like to make something out of it.
I feel like I need to like step it up in that regard. So, who here has Discord? Who uses Discord for their scholar stuff? I do.
We do.
Okay, so
Yeah,
that's
our
pretty
whole
common.
channel.
Everyone does Discord. What about like how are you doing tracking? Are you using Google Sheets? Like, what are you guys using for that?
Google Sheets.
We have a
Your Google
spreadsheet.
Sheet.
And we also have this channel on Discord wherein they would screenshot their points of their dragons and they would send it over that channel. It's like even in Axie, we have this SLP report and the
Mhm.
scholars report there, and it's per batch. And in Binamon, I also have that. So what I do with them is that they would screenshot the points of their dragons, and then they would just send it over there. So they have also a reference copy.
Okay. Would it be helpful? I don't know at what point we should do this, but so I got the spreadsheet I initially got from Kudo, XL Kudo, who does a lot of data type of stuff. And then I've taken that and modified that. And I know that NFT Gamer uses some aspect of that. Other people have kind of used a little bit of that. Would it be, I made a copy of it and removed names. Would it be helpful if I posted that in here and just maybe like talked about that for a second? I could do that later. I could do that now, but I feel like that's kind of like helpful. What do you guys think? Okay.
Share your insights.
All right.
That would be lovely.
First, I'm gonna take this link and put it into the chat. So 1 second. So this is going into NFT Gamer chat. Let me know if you guys actually have access. It's under in the game. That's my Twitch handle. And then I'm going to share my screen. Is that all right?
Yep, I'll put it
Share
up.
screen. Here. Let me know if this is working. Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
Should I zoom in more, or is this like? I'll zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, I'd probably zoom in. It's gonna be hard to see it on stream.
Okay, I'll go even more. So, a couple things that I've kind of found. I took the name of the people off of them, but a couple things that I think are helpful. So I have like basically different seats where each person gets, a seat, and then they have X number of dragons that they work off of. A couple things that I found are really important. This estimated point thing is really helpful to know how many points somebody should get. And it's just back of the envelope. It's basically class times attack is estimated points. And then you can kind of see how a person's doing with that kind of basic benchmark. So this person right here is reaching 84% of that. They're averaging 132,000 versus 158. I have my daily points and stuff down here, and then I aggregate that. For me, what I like to look at a lot is down here, where I basically have how many total points. So we're averaging, I think we probably would have broken 3 million points this week, but there were some different server issues and upgrades and things like that. but this points is important. I also keep track of pending points because that makes a difference. And then this is so I see like how much. What would be the best way to talk about this? So this is in a given day. This is how much Bmon Z1 as a team we brought in. The scholars brought in this amount. The conversion to Bmon is this amount. This is helpful for me to know like how much I could potentially buy. At the bottom, I convert all this into dollars. So we're averaging about $534 a day. And then my take home on it is about $213 a day off of kind of how we have things going here. I feel like part of it, as we've been implementing this, sorry, go ahead. Oh, okay. So as we've been implementing, I removed names, so it's a little bit harder to see, but this is the leaderboard that we kind of use for buddy system type of stuff. So we match up like country and person to person type of a thing. But as we're, if I sort this by who's performing the month, the best, and I kind of remove their names and stuff, but basically I'm taking these people that are over 100% of estimated points and matching them with people that are under that. And if we can kind of raise the bar here, I think we can increase by about 25% of our points, even with the given stuff that we have. So that would put us at like 3 million plus. I think we could probably get to 4 million points with kind of what we have. But this is downloadable. You guys can mess with it all you want. I think this stuff at the bottom is really helpful. So it helps me know like what my percent return is. I every day I pull what the Bmon Z1 price is, what the estimated, how many points it takes to get one Bmon Z1. So I pull that from different places, and that kind of helps me to know, you know, what's going on with that. But I'm really optimistic when we bumped up to 19 cents for Bmon Z1, we started seeing prices like $300. I think that for me, I'm going to try this month to get up to 60 Binamasters, and I'm hoping that the price, you know, goes back up some. So for me, if I can get my take home on it somewhere around $600 to $1,000 a day over the next 30, 45 days, like that would be a really good place to get to. So anyway, hopefully that's kind of helpful or something. I don't know. So
Yes. So what's the maximum that you have gotten for a day, Grant? Would you mind sharing?
As far as like maximum revenue or profit or what?
Yeah, the profit,
maximum
if it's
revenue,
like 50-50.
it ends up being about 60-40, but maximum revenue $745 on the 28th, and maximum revenue $300. So I did break the $300 mark this last week, and I'm hoping that this next week we kind of stay. I have noticed over weekends people don't play as much, which is fine, and so we're typically about half of where we are on the weekends. But I think on the weekdays, I'd like to just try to see like $300 to $400 a day, even at given prices, pretty soon. So anyway,
Wow.
Hopefully that's helpful. Take the spreadsheet, work with it, make it better. But
it is actually. Thank you so much for sharing.
Yeah.
Because I actually just started my scholarship, and that's actually a great help for me to also keep in track. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
For sharing.
The one thing I'll say is it's a little time intensive with the amount of data that I'm trying to track on it. I hope that in the future, like this is my dream, and if we could get more people kind of pushing for this, I would love to have like a scholarship.binamon.org page where you put in your wallet and your code, and it shows next to maybe a label of the person's name, but wallet code, and then it shows you pending points and rewards. Like if you could just get all that in one page, it would take me from 3 hours a day down to like 10 minutes, which is manageable. I don't even need like the distribution of wealth or anything, but just a page that I can pull that with it, because it's so much logging in and out of wallets. It's like, holy cow, this is.
Yeah. No, piggybacking off what Grant's got there, I would say that if there's one feature that all of these NFT games, like beyond Binamon, like every other NFT game, if there's one feature that these games implement that will bring a massive number of new players and capital in, it is a scholarship page where you can either click to claim and then send it out to the scholar and it divvies it up, or even like Grant saying, just like a very
Yeah.
simple informational page. Because there's so much demand, but it's impossible to deploy capital if you have to spend 24 hours a day like actually allocating. So
Right.
yeah, like a single page would be like a killer application here.
Das Capitalist said it right there. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Could agree more with you on that. Well, automation is on the way, perhaps. And as you know, the Binamon team has always been listening to the community. Initially, just to emphasize on that, the Binamon Runner game, the mini play to earn game, is not in the original roadmap. But then again, since the community, have been voicing it out, the community needs it. We saw the need for it. Binamon saw the need for it for like a consistent source of playing and earning at the same time. So there goes the Binamon Mini PTV Runner game, and they developed it in just less than 2 months. And so with that automation, I guess it's on the way. Only that there are some priorities that are being set on the line. Initially, the Android that is coming out in the next couple of days, making sure that it's flawless and it could cater lots of new players coming in. So yes, I mean to emphasize the Binamon team and especially our CEO being the software architect of Binamon, he is very open in listening and also considering whatever the community needs. And who knows? I mean, he's in our main Telegram chat. He has been reading the comments and of course feedback. And you will feel that he has been listening because of the responses in his Twitter posts. So I think that's something that you would like to also consider. So yes,
I
automation
will
is on
say
the way.
my number one favorite thing of everything, scholarship is up there. But the new arena looking game looks so freaking cool. Like I am so excited about like being able to take our NFTs and put them in a place and just let them like fight. Oh my gosh, I am so glad that it's not. Anyway, I'm glad about what they're doing because I think it's going to be pretty dope. Sorry.
Yeah, the mobile online blockchain arena, MOBA. Yes, it's in one of the teasers. So we're looking in forward to make it that available for sometime in Q4, and we're welcoming Q4 with a lot of surprises and a lot of big things.
Question. I was just wondering, when is the Genesis game gonna come out? Be released.
The Genesis game. Okay, basically it is the main game that was initially launched in July, and so these features our Genesis monsters, wherein you can battle to earn. Now it has integrated with the mini Binamon mini play to earn runner game, wherein you can earn some keys if you lose in the battle. So it's like a card to card battle. You remember when we were young, we on a card on a typical card game when we were younger. Remember the card game that we used to play? I think that was Digimon or Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I don't know if you're familiar with those kind of cards, but these cards are given the statistics, and then kids will manually calculate their points, and that's how the Genesis game was. You don't need to manually calculate your winning rate, but it will give you a certain percentage of winning rate based on the character of your card, based on the capacity of your card to win, and then just bet how many B-months you'd like to bet, and then click battle, and then that's it. That
You're
is the
talking about the current
original.
the battle mode, right? Is what you're talking about? The existing battle mode type of thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our existing. That was the initial the game for the Genesis. Now along the way, there are a lot of developments. The Genesis main game, which is about to be released within the next couple of months, hopefully this fourth quarter, is is highly similar with player versus player kind of concept, wherein you will have, well, if you have a lot of monsters and you will have a lot of cards to fight with, that's where you can battle with, with your opponent and win at the same time. And of course, there are a lot of, things coming out along the way. If you have weak monsters, there is an opportunity for you to, um, fuse them or combine them to become a stronger one. And that's when the BNRG or the energy NFTs use case will be available, or will become really important. Because who doesn't want an upgraded monster? Who doesn't want an equipment to fight? So that's something that you really have to look forward to. If you see BNRG as, like, BNRG is really bullish at the moment. So I if you would like to stock up on it, win on the battle, win on the world tournament. It's not a financial advice, but you know what to do. Get a lot of, these kind of some things that you need to prepare for your battle, because we're looking ahead of greater things. Like, I think I mentioned to Gran about the possibility of playing, using the virtual reality equipment as well, and the release of Tango Chain console. Everything will come around. It's just that at the moment we are in the initial phases of this huge phenomenon. So there are a lot of things to look forward to.
Quick
So hold on to
question.
your
Quick
Binamon.
question for you.
Oh yeah.
With Genesis, do we see scholarships applying there as well? Like,
Possibly, yes.
like
If
is
you have a
Arena
lot of
gonna be?
Genesis,
Is it gonna be like more like 1-on-1, like 4-on-4, like battle royale? Could I jump in with my scholarship team and go destroy Madame RiRi's team with Genesis? like how does that work?
yeah, possibly, yes. If you have a lot of Genesis monsters, who would, and
Okay.
you're
Okay,
only one
Grant.
person who could who would have the time to play for all those. Perhaps you can have like that's where you can come up with your creativity with your Binamaster empire. Like if it's like a sort of an esport kind of thing, so it's an esport team. So
Like my
you
my
know you
whole
have
my whole strategy with it is like, okay, during this window, the next 1 to 2 months, just go build up, get a bunch of like scholars, Binamasters through the Z1 stuff, and then be cranking at a high level with rewards, so that I can quickly go in and buy the Genesis and energy cards that I need from profits from the Z1 that's already like spitting out a lot. You know what I mean? Because I'm imagining like you'll probably want to have Z1 scholars, Genesis scholars, and have all that stuff's cranking. You know, I know the game types will be different and it'll be more collaboration at the same time when you play or something, but I don't know. Maybe I'm way off on that, but it seems, I don't know.
It's in the line. We will be having our Binamon Influencers League tournament within the next couple of days or weeks for announcement. This is one of our highlights, the tournament that we will be having. Since we don't have like a virtual arena yet, we will be basically doing a live tournament from one influencer to another. So that's for your Z1 monsters. The first player who gets the highest score in that specific run will win, and then we'll move up to the second round of competition. What they only need to do is to register and keep their strongest monsters, and then fight against the strongest monster of another influencer, and then there will be elimination, semifinals, and finals by the end of October. So yeah.
Well, so question on that. I'm terrible at the actual game because I'm colorblind, but my scholars are really good. So, like, what do we have to play, or can we choose our best
Of
scholars
course, you
and
can
make them
choose.
play?
You can choose your champion. I mean,
Okay.
if
I've got some
of course,
champions. I am not a
if
champion. I knew day one when like I can't even, because yellow. I'm like yellow, green, red. All
I'm
that
so
stuff
confused
looks-
with green
I
and
can't see
yellow
'em.
too.
Like
Me too, me
I
too.
tried playing it.
anyway, but I've got some champions. Madam RiRi.
yes,
I
Shout out to
have
Sam
some
Concept.
champions too. I'll be seeing you in the arena. Actually, it's
I
actually
think
great to buy Genesis cards now, especially. I mean,
Lucky is
the
preparing to meet
prices
you
are
all
not
guys
even
too.
high
So,
yet.
so yeah, that's one
Grant,
of the
are
things
you
that look forward to this coming October. I
Grant, are
mean,
you
this
really
October.
colorblind? Can you not see
I'm
it at all?
seriously
Any of the colors?
colorblind.
Oh
Yeah,
my
like
god,
I
that's so
am.
unfortunate. Okay.
Well, and it's Okay, so the problem is that the hue changes, right? So a yellow thing starts to turn red, and then it's like I don't know what that is, or it starts to turn green, and like I can't see. But I'm anything close on the wheel. So like gray, pink, white, green, brown, blue, purple.
Oh, dude, that's wild.
Oh,
Okay.
I see.
But I'm not green red colorblind. And my mom got me colorblind sunglasses for my birthday, my 40th birthday, and like I put them on, and it was miraculous. I think red looks really stupid compared to what my red looks like, but all the other colors look really good. So,
Oh man, now I
Hey.
want to know what your red looks like.
it's awesome. Quick question. So we're almost an hour in on this. How long are we going to go for, and what are the next things we have to talk about? Just so I know.
Yes, go.
Yeah. So I guess have we gone through like mechanics? We talked about, and rewards to some extent. We talked about like sort of how long it takes to get a return on investment. One thing that I think we could still talk about is sort of, I feel like you have a lot of like tips and tricks for how to earn better than just like normal gameplay. I feel like we could get through the rest in maybe 30 minutes.
Cool. Sounds
Awesome.
good.
So,
Go ahead.
RiRi, your top Binamasters, how are they getting high scores?
Well, we found this strategy where, for example, it really depends on the card that you have. So some of my scholars have mid statistic cards. So we stay in a certain level. We stay on stage 4, and we farm from there. And that's how we go on and try to aim the 50K cap instead of killing the big monsters and moving forward, because the higher level you get, and when you miss a color, you get punched, and it really hurts with that time punching thing. And so our strategy is that since some of my scholars have average cards, we we came up with this strategy to stay in that certain level and not kill one task in the taskbar, not kill one of those, so that we don't move on to the big boss, and then we stay there, and then we just farm until we reach a cap.
Which one's like the least
Interesting.
profitable? Like which out of everything in the taskbar would you say is like the best one to not go for? I don't know if that makes sense the way I'm asking that.
I think
So
that kind of what I've heard from my scholars as well is the same thing, that you don't want to go too far in the game. You don't want to play those beginning levels very, very much, and then you don't want to go too far for certain cards. So we have like, if your estimated points is XYZ, try to farm out of this level and like not kill the last beast or whatever to progress. I think that's a pretty common farming strategy. Also, one of my guys had a pretty cool video. I'll have to share it on the thing, but you know how there's like three monsters that can line up in the same row that you have to hit one of them. He like, if you strafe really fast between them, then you can skirt right through it. So like, I don't know, it's pretty cool how you can skip through some of those things where if you didn't want to fight any of those characters, like you can glide through it by just making your guy wiggle between lanes, which is kind of cool. Anyway, but we have like a little tips and tricks thing that we share on. Another thing that may be helpful, maybe we should put our Discords. I'll put my Discord in there if any of you guys want to as well for your scholarships, because that may be interesting to see. Like I think Madam RiRi has a really cool one. I think Das Capitalist has a cool one, but maybe we should share some of those as well, because I think that organization of building community is one of the coolest things. I used to spend way more time in the Binamon community in Discord. I probably spend more time on my own scholarship one now, just because I get to know those people better. So anyway.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Because, we have like different strategies for us to be able to get the better of the game. And I think there are some channels in your own Discord where you can find these resources. So yes, if you're welcoming, new members or visitors, that would be cool and awesome. You can share your Discord channels.
Question for Dust Capitalist and Madam RiRi. How do you guys give away your scholarships? Do you make them play the game and see what their scores are? Do you give them away live on your Twitch thing? I know you guys are like much heavier, consistent Twitchers than I am, but what do you guys
Yeah.
do with that?
We've gone through a couple different systems. So in the beginning, we had like a really extensive interview process, and to be honest, it was overkill because people can interview well, but they might not play well, and it doesn't actually correlate. So then we went through like a really complicated point system, and now we've simplified it, and we have two ways to get a scholarship. You can either be the top inviter at the end of the week, which is the way that a lot of other guilds do it, or you can participate in our auctions. And this is something that I think is super cool. So basically, you get points for doing anything in the community, and we give out all kinds of scholarships to different games. So if there's an Axie scholarship up, maybe you bid like all your points and you beat everybody and you win the scholarship. Or if there's like a different new game scholarship and you're not that curious, you just bid a couple of points and then maybe you get that one or maybe you don't. So I'd say we've simplified it a little bit, and it's mostly just on participation at this point. We don't like interview people anymore.
Well, okay, as for me, since my aim was to recruit influencers first to spread the word and to make Binamon popular in our country, that's why I recruited streamers. And I also make them play the game to see how it is, how they score. And as they progress, I upgrade the cards. And that's how I will see if I will keep them or but as of now all of the streamers that I've got are performing very well and that's it. My actual main target was to recruit influencers to spread Binamon for
Awesome.
that's all from my side.
For Tom, how do you compare the scholarship program with other play to earn scholarships?
I
Let's hear
think
it from you.
for me, Binamon is everyone here in is Binamon is the easiest game to to earn. Sorry. Um,
It's like,
because I'm not really play other scholarship like Axie. I really not play. I'm not always playing like Axie or what. I'm just focusing in Binamon, but Binamon, and because I think because Binamon is very easy because you you kill the monster, and there's no um hard. I'm sorry guys.
You
But
can you can literally speak Tagalog, and I think almost everybody would understand you that's
Yeah, it's
watching us.
okay. Yeah, go for it if you want to. It's all right.
Yeah.
uh,
you can do it, Tom.
so guys, ayun nga guys, mas madaling maglaro ng Binamon kasi is kumbaga maglalaro ka lang kung ano yung color na tama, iwasan mo lang yung mga bato para hindi maano. And like the other games kasi guys, kumbaga kailangan dun sa ibang mga laro is kailangan ng mga magaling na strategic, kumbaga strategy. And dito naman sa laron to, sa bago nating nilabas sa Binamon is para bang kailangan nyo lang talagang maging active or maging ah,
Color aware.
focus.
Focus.
We're focus because
Yeah.
if you don't blink, guys, because if you blink,
Don't blink.
So what he was trying to say is that
No
Binamon
blinking,
is
guys.
easier.
yeah, no blinking, guys. So guys, I hope you play so
What Tom was
soon,
trying to
Dynamon.
say was that Binamon is easier because unlike the other NFT games, it's more of a strategic game and like
Don't blink. Got that.
Yeah.
Don't blink.
don't
Number one
blink.
rules, don't blink.
Sometimes I don't even breathe. Like if I'm like at that specific monster when there are like combo colors, like okay,
Yeah.
okay, don't
But
I can tell
sometimes
you, those freaking
don't.
ultra wolves, man. those little guys, they sucker punch you all the time. They get a little jab in there. It's not
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
How about you, Richter? How are you enjoying the rewards
Yeah.
compared to other
Regarding
scholarship
about that, it really depends on the specific card too. Playing Binamon, also you will be earning that regard basing or like it really depends on the card rather. So it's also the same as Axie or like other NFT games. It also depends on the statistics or the particular characteristics of the like it's called Axie, right, and the cards rather. So for the Binamon, I'm doing it right now. Like since it is actually ceiling, the price is ceiling. So if you're going to like more productive on game, you'll also be earning. And aside also like the tips regarding about the game, I think we should really focus because when I tried to stream the game, so basically I'm entertaining people. I'm doing this technicalities on my streams like OBS, manually setting it up, and as well as shoutcasting my followers. So if you really want to play the game on stream, I think you just need to use your promotional cards and not the main one. Because if you want to be productive, I think you need to focus. You need to play it off stream. And
Oh, there's a
um,
pause. That's the good thing about Binamon. There's a
Pause.
pause.
yeah, there's a
You
pause
can
too.
pause the game.
true?
Yeah, and also I think one of my tips. I think there's feedback. I can hear feedback. I'm sorry. It really depends on the particular classes and the particular attack level. So I think there is also a specific stage that you should be staying with, and you should be having like a 95% or I think 100% accuracy for you to be productive. And again, I think the main focus of the game or the basic or significant concept is to really focus on that particular hitting the monster, prioritize the monster that you're going to deal with for the particular stages, and utilize the time to the other stages as well. I think that's the most important here. But again, I'm going back to reward. I am more enjoying the reward here in Binamon. It's not about sugar coating, but it is because it's actually the reality. Yeah.
Love it.
Glad to hear that. So, yes, I mean, Sam has been exposed into. It's the first time that I've heard from him that there are other NFT games who are offering other scholarships too. I only know Axie and Binamon to be honest. But you mentioned a while ago that there are NFT games that offer scholarships. Of all of those, what do you think? What sets Binamon apart?
Well,
Uh,
actually, oh, you're talking about the other Sam. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Go ahead. Whichever
Double
one you like.
Sam power.
Yeah. We got two up in here. No, just to answer it real quick. Basically, I think that Binamon right now has solid marketing and outreach towards the scholarship idea. So that's like pretty well established. People are aware that there are scholarships. One of the other games that we're looking at is Overlord right now, and our people tend to really enjoy it, but they don't have any marketing, and it seems like people don't really know about it. So I think that what Binamon is doing a good job with is, at least getting the news out there and bringing people into the community. I'd say that's the plus right now. Yeah.
Sam 2, Sam 1, Rip Curl Sam.
I'd say like most of the scholar programs that I brought up that aren't Axie or Binamon, they're like planned scholarships. I think there's a lot of games that are saying they're going to have a scholarship, but like Binamon's one of the few that actually has one functioning and like one that's I guess sort of promoted by Binamon itself and not sort of done privately. Because there's definitely a lot of NFT games with like private sort of scholarship systems.
Like one of the questions I have, I was talking with one of my friends who has bought a guild and a bunch of heroes and stuff for Guild of Guardians, right? And as we were talking and kind of strategizing on the phone, we were talking about whether or not they're going to have scholarships, right? And they have this built-in thing with Guild of Guardians that you get 1 to 5% of everyone who's kind of plays underneath you. But the part that we started talking about was the wallets. And it seems like one of the keys to have a successful scholarship program is to separate your wallet from a game code, right? Kind of Axie has a way to do that. And Binamon has a way to do that. It seems like if you don't do that, you're basically taking thousands of dollars worth of cards and handing it to people that you're hoping will not take your wallet. And it seems like that is at least a fundamental piece that has to be there for a game to have a scholarship program, is to separate wallet from gameplay. Is that fair?
Yeah, Grant, piggybacking off that, I think that you kind of nailed it in two areas there. So you've got two options as a big scholarship game, right? You can either segregate the wallet permissions from the actual players, which is what Axie did either intentionally or accidentally, but they totally killed it. That's why Axie exploded. But then you can also do something like Guild of Guardians, which whether or not down the road the player permissions are segregated from the actual wallets, what does matter is these guilds. So because investors can come in and dump a large amount of capital in here, then you're going to have a lot of players come in because all of a sudden there's a lot of scholarships available because people want them to play it. So those are your two options. You can either segregate the wallet permissions where people can play the game but not have control over the assets, or you can have these really large scale assets that give the investors back cash flows and then they bring people into the game.
Bam. This guy right here, periodical table, nailed it. Love it.
PhD in chemistry, so genius. So yeah, back to you, Sam.
Which Sam?
Rip Curl Sam.
So what are the what are the other points that we need to discuss further?
So I guess what we just touched on would be competitiveness. So we have a surprise announcement for the end. Do you feel we've gotten through everything to start on that, or is there? I can't think of anything else we.
Yeah, of course. Well, just basically to sum it up, Grant, I think Grant has the highest number of Binamasters. How much have you invested here, and how much is your return?
Are you talking about coins, or are you talking about cards? I don't want to get into coins. I'm not getting into coins. I'm definitely much heavier on coins than I am on cards, like by far. I literally have to protect myself and stake as much as I can from myself, because I will not spend my coins that I haven't allocated for NFT stuff. I think I have put at least $10,000 in, probably more, I would say.
With your calculation, given your detailed and well thought out spreadsheet, how many months or
so the math on it, part of the problem is when I first started buying cards, I didn't know what I was doing. So I've learned a lot about, I have an equation that I use on my buying, which is attack times class times 1,000, right? To what estimated points and how much BMON I want to pay for that. And I shoot for 0.035 or lower per BMON per point is what I do. So every time I'm on the marketplace on Discord and going through things, there's a certain target price I'm going for. And I'm really trying to shoot for cards that have 18,000 plus estimated points, because they actually cap higher and you get way more back out of those types of cards. And my players don't really like playing with a 3-3-1 or a 4-3-2 or something like that. I really want to give them 15, 18,000 up. I'm trying to get more like 30,000, 40,000, things that can cap really high. So as I've learned that, I estimate my time to pay things back is anywhere on the short end, depends on the player because skill matters, but somewhere between 19 days up to about 50 days is the return time with current market prices. Having said that, for me, I'm adding another, if prices are good tomorrow or on Monday, I'll probably add another $5,000 and go buy, another 10 scholarship. Average price is about 520 now that I'm paying, because I'm buying a little higher BMON per card. So back of the envelope, yeah, I'm hoping to pick up 10 scholars this month from just profits that I have, and another 10 scholars next week by putting $5,000 in. We'll see where that puts me. But the goal is by the end of the month, buy smart. Anytime there's a dip, buy. If stuff is over 30, 40 cents, don't touch it. but I'm not trying to use old Bmon to buy NFTs. It's like two separate things to me.
I
Yeah.
see. Well, let's say, given all the ideal prices and ideal circumstances, like how much in a day can 100 by the masters can possibly give you at a 50-50 share?
Um, 100. So let's say, um, with you're looking at a, I don't. It depends on how good your players are, but it's back of the envelope, probably $1,000 a day profit.
For 100 by the masters, $1,000.
I think so, pretty safely. Could be significantly more than that. Could be like,
Wow.
it could be significantly more than that. There's a lot of tweaking as far as
Oh
better
yes.
players, what type of cards you're buying, whatever. But if you're just throwing stuff at it and trying to figure it out, I'd say that's a really, really safe estimate. But I'm hoping that prices eventually go up, scores eventually go up, and doing several $1,000s a day from this stuff, I think, is like really possible by the end of the year. If you're over 50 Binamasters, I think that you should be doing, pretty dang good, I would imagine.
Yeah, given that the price of I mean it's deflationary, so we have very limited supply of it. And
Right.
as marketing continues, and as we increase the higher number of user acquisition, I think that's higher. That's definitely possible. So the minimum estimate you got, 100 by the masters can give you like $1,000 a day.
I would
That's
think so.
wow.
Well, and I will say, like, one of the guys who didn't join, Sean, he only has 19 Binamasters, and he's generating the same that I am. So, like, he's generating 3 million plus points with 19 Binamasters, and it takes me 33 to generate 3 million points. So there's a lot of, he and I are talking a lot about how to improve those types of numbers. It really comes down to good cards and good players, and
Yeah,
you have to have
totally.
both. And I've got to continue to improve both sides of that.
Yeah, quite challenging to build an empire. So yes, as San a while ago asked me about the surprise announcement. Basically, the reason why I've been asking it's because we are into expanding and massively promoting the scholarship program at the same time, and of course rewarding the current trainers and the future trainers that we will be having. So we will be having what we call the race to build your empire, who will be the first legendary trainer. So the first legendary trainer basically will be into hierarchy. So we will be rewarding or acknowledging whoever the trainer will have at least 50 Binamasters. So we have 50, a milestone of 50, a milestone of 100, 250, and 500 Binamasters. So these four levels will entitle you to be called will entitle you to be called as first. If you got 50 by the masters, um you will be tagged the junior trainer, and the junior trainer can give you this kind basically this kind of a plaque, a limited edition plaque where we can give
You
to
gotta
the
show
Binam
it. You gotta show it.
the
Seriously,
trainers. Okay, let me
they're
share my
cool.
screen. So you're
It's not just the first person who does it though, right? It's if you achieve 50, or how is that?
Well, if you achieve 50, you will be entitled to this.
Okay.
The Binamon Scholarship Program will be rewarding you, giving you acknowledgement, and it's like a plaque of recognition for achieving that kind of milestone. Do you see my screen?
Like
Like,
with
one
YouTube,
second,
like
let
with
me.
YouTube, where you get the different plaques type of a thing.
Yes,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
diamond YouTube logo. So the version of that, our version of that is this: the video printed NFT. We have been partnering with a very nice provider. They call it Infinite Objects. I came across this kind of Twitter post by them. So if you can imagine this, let me maximize
This
that.
is so freaking
So
cool.
yes, so we have the NFT virtually, but here we are looking into giving you the trainers, if they will reach their milestones of 50 Binamasters, 100, 250, and 500. This is just one of the many things that we will be giving, and this is limited edition. It comes with a high algo NFT. It could either be a Genesis or a Z1. So the higher the number of Binamasters that you will be having, the higher the algo cost and the rarity of the NFT inside it. What's good
Yeah, that
about
was
it is
nice.
that, yes, so this is one of the exclusive limited edition items that we can give you guys if you will continue to build your empire. And this will be ongoing as long as the Binamon scholarship program is existing. So the higher the Binamasters that you will be working on to get, the higher algo cost, and as you know, as we grow and the rarity and the exclusivity of this is going to be achieved at the same time. And of course, the existing rewards that you are having, given the tangible and intangible rewards. So these are just some of the examples. Our partner shared their deck. This is the front part. They are also offering drop shipping worldwide. So it is a nice partnership that we have. Also, at the back of it, you will see the certificate of authenticity. So we are into making that possible as well, entitled to your name, and then for the front will be your NFT, high algo cost NFT that will be gifted to you.
I
So
think that's pretty dang
the
cool.
That's pretty nice.
That's
yes.
sweet.
So that's one of the surprise announcement that we have, and we are into making it really structured and organized and recognize everybody. If you will see in Discord, we are starting to tag trainers in Discord. So now, if we have verified that they have at least 50 Binary Masters, they will be tagged Junior Trainer. 100 Binamasters will be Master Trainer. 250 Binamasters will be called Epic Trainer. And of course, the end goal of it, or more, 500 Binamasters will be called the Legendary Trainer.
Oh
And
man.
yep, on top of this, you will be given prioritized support. And if you are into making your Binamasters influencers as well, we are happy to shout you out in our official social media pages, which is currently growing every day. We have the Telegram channel, Discord channel, which is now around coming up to
One
50,000 population.
one
Yes.
one question on the support. One of the things I think is going to come up is you have lots and lots of scholars. And that invariably, if you have that many NFTs and stuff, somebody's going to break some rule. You're going to have a scholar that does something stupid where two people use the same thing or somebody cheats or whatever. Will there be, with prioritized support, will there be a way to talk about that if something happens, so that we don't get dinged, but like a scholar can get kicked out and
Oh,
still
yes.
not lose an NFT or something like that? Do you know anything about
Yes.
that? Because I'm sure it's going to happen, you know?
Because the initial guidelines that we have, like if there is like a Binamaster or a trainer who violated this,
Mm-hmm.
the judgment will be automatically banning the cards, right? But
Right.
with this kind of program that we are, with this kind of service that we are offering to the trainers, we are, we are into discussing, and we will be lenient to the trainers and justify. It will be a process,
Right,
and
right, right.
we are into justifying whatever happened. So of course, you will be given those kind of privileges and
Extra support.
opportunities
Yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah.
heard, not just immediately. Yes, that's true. So we are just trying to finalize the details and the mechanics and how it will be structured. But if you will check on Discord, there is a new category that was made. It's called Trainers Lounge, wherein you can, if if after all the registration or the official registration of this participants will be finalized, you will be given your own channel in our Discord channel so that we can give you like prioritized support. And at the same time, you will be required to change your Binamaster's nickname or username for us to be able to easily identify them. Because easy identification makes the process easy at the same time. So it will be like giving you an empire or an opportunity to be part of a certain kind of exclusivity in Discord together with your Binance Masters. And if you are in the Discord, inside the Binaman Discord, you will be given prioritized support under Tom's team. He handles the community helpers, moderators, and the task force one as well. So once you are identified as a trainer or a Binance master in there, there will be someone who will go to your concerns immediately. And of course, an exclusive form that will be provided um, where where the concerns are being resolved right away. It's like a unified kind of help desk that we are trying to give you guys. So that's just one of the many things. But yes, that is a surprise announcement, incentivizing you with these exclusive items, in helping you build your empire. And of course, as you grow your empire, it will be you and your Binamasters who will benefit the most, given the rewards, right? So this is just like a bonus that Binamon is going to offer you.
Very cool. One of the things I'll just say that I've really enjoyed about Binamon over anything else I've done in crypto, I think the community is awesome. The fact that you can get involved, there's stuff for you to do, your feedback matters. There's been lots of little things I feel like all sorts of people have said that Nico and others have taken into consideration and made happen. And I love that about this, that it's an opportunity for us to make a difference and let our ideas be shared and stuff like that. I think it's awesome. So awesome job on this. This is super cool.
Yeah. This is a project that I've seen in crypto that is very open door. Like, you can just really reach to Lucky, the COO, and Nico is there. I mean, there is no barrier between a community member and a CEO themselves. I mean, they are easily reached. There are projects that I don't know who is the CEO, who are the personalities, but here you can easily identify them and they can easily give you the support that you need. Even Leo is there chatting in the in the in the in the Telegram, the main Telegram that we have. So it's a very nice culture that I have experienced so far in Binamon. I'm not part of the core team. I've from a community member. I've grew up. I grew up here in Binamon and understand the culture. One of the highlight that it has is that it is an open door. It is very transparent. Um, Others may comprehend it very negatively, but if you will take a look at it closely, the team is really doing their best to deliver and be transparent at the same time. So I think that's a good thing about it.
Very cool. Guys, this has been awesome. Thank you for your time. Sam 1, Sam 2, RiRi, scholar people who are better at the game than I am. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
Yes.
for inviting. Thank you so much. Nice to see you all again.
Thank you, guys.
Nice to meet you all, guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for organizing.
Thank you for joining.
Yes, thank you, San, Nika, NFT Gamer TV. Do you have anything else for us?
Yeah, I'm excited to get up to 50 scholars because
Yes.
those things are awesome. Like TD just recently got one for NBA Top Shots,
Good.
and it's so cool. Like just the unboxing of them is really cool. It turns on like right as you take it out of the box. There's like some sort of magnet in there that turns it off when you put it in the box. It's just like it's a whole experience. I'm looking forward to it.
Man, I just
Yeah.
can't wait for the Android app to come out.
Yeah,
Oh yes,
definitely.
within the next couple of days. Oh yes, I would like to just also shout out. I've shown the BSC News article that was published for us. I would like to shout out the BSC News team, for highlighting the Binamon Scholarship Program, with the graphics and the content, and we cannot thank them really. It's their initiative, and so it's very elaborate as well. They were able to present the mechanics, how it was. So that was a very nice article to take a look at. It was written by Utulu Hope. It was published the 27th of September. Take a look at bsc.news. And then there are a lot of other news about Binamon in there as well. So thank you guys if you're here, and I would like to shout you out for that.
And also, I just want to shout out my supporters there. Thank you everyone for having a noise in my comments in the comment section. I consider them also as my friends, so they are called Rich and friends. Thank you for visiting this Twitch platform. Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Happy Saturday, guys.
Ooh,
See you
Delrish.
later.
Have a good one, guys. Sana all.
Sana all.
Thank you guys. We had fun
Okay,
here.
guys. Bye, bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you
Bye,
so much.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.